I spent 2 days on the ground at Legal Tech Talk speaking to the people shaping the future of law. And what I heard, surprising, honest, game-changing. Over the next few weeks, I'll be sharing the big insights, bold ideas, and behind-the-scenes realities that every legal professional needs to hear. In this episode, I'm speaking with Charlene Gisele, former BigLaw litigator turned high-performance coach for lawyers, law firms, and executives. So I'm at Legal Tech Talk London. I'm here with Charlene. Charlene, I've literally just been on your podcast. Yeah. So I'm excited that you're now coming on my podcast. How's it all going?
Oh, going great. Although I am a little bit concerned about all this artificial light that we're getting and the overstimulation. Well, let's just talk about the subject, right? If we're talking about well-being, how well do we stay? And, yesterday I was walking around just having my ears closed, so to speak, protecting my ears, having loops in, having different kind of light modulation glasses. And people ask me, but the truth is, when we talk about tech, obviously we love it, we need it to do what we do, but do we also think about the side effects and the negative implications of all this artificial light, all the blue light, all the fogs, all the external stimuli? Let me ask you a question, Holly. Do you start your day with your phone and do you end your day with your phone?
You know what? I actually don't.
Good.
I think I'm one of the first people I on purpose do not look at my phone. I read a book, I write, I meditate, then I look at my phone afterwards because I'm aware that it's really bad for you. I'm actually aware of it from you as well. I saw a post, you did a post about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think that's also because you're no longer practicing, which is amazing. Yeah. When I typically ask that question to practicing solicitors, the answer is, I start my day on my phone and I end my day on my phone. And that can have direct consequence in burnout, exhaustion, tiredness. We actually know that being digitally stimulated late at night can increase the rate of anxiety and depression, right? So if we think about the way we work, of course we work with our screens, but do we also need to entertain ourselves and relax with our screens?
I know, yeah, this is the issue, isn't it? Especially with, as you say, AI and tech coming into the legal industry, changing the legal industry, and now everything, like you say, is on the phone. When I was practicing law, or when I first started, we didn't have the emails on the phone. Well, it wasn't a common thing, but now it's a really common thing. So you're always switched on. So it's quite terrible, really, isn't it?
It is. I'll just give you a quick story. This week, I actually told to one of my clients who was super stressed out, you need to go for walks, right? Quick walks, take a break, go walk in nature. And he was so proud of himself and sent me a selfie of him walking on his phone. I was like, that defeats the purpose. I'm glad you're going for a walk. But if you have not left your phone and just spend your whole time walking through the forest on your emails, I'm not sure you're getting the nature benefits that was intended behind that walk. Yeah. And it's something to just think of. And I would love for your listener to reflect on that question. How often do you go out in nature on a walk without digital stimulation?
I know. Most people don't because they listen to music on their phone or podcasts or whatever, which is fine, but
only if it's your podcast. Yeah, well, yours. Ours. Only if it's our podcast. Yeah.
So what would you suggest people do then? What are your top tips for lawyers to help avoid burnout and not have this technical stimulation always?
Great question. Go back to basics, but also don't listen to the voices in your head that's telling you that on a Saturday you're so tired and exhausted that all you want to do is be lazy on Netflix. Everybody loves Netflix. I love it too. But make it a ritual. Make it actually part of your self-care package, not a way you numb or you soothe. So whatever you do to take the edge off at the end of the day, if you're noticing that it's starting to take the sparkle off as well, that's probably not a good self-care strategy. So yes to a movie, but maybe make it a one time a week, super intentional with your partner. Make it a ritual. Like when I watch a movie with my husband, there is something so special about it, right? Don't just watch it in bed on episode number 2, 3, 4, binging away while you're binging on snacks, while you're stimulated, because then what you're really doing is you're numbing and you're soothing and you're escaping too. So make your self-care a ritual. Go back to the basic. I think we all are in a massive nature deficit and we become desensitized to the fact that we are overly stimulated. The fact that we can spend 2 days at a conference and not go out for 10 minutes to breathe some fresh air concerns me, right? I'm the one that keeps going out just to get fresh air, to actually look at the sky, get some natural light in my eyes, because I know from a neuroscientific standpoint, it's helping me stay more performant. So basic things like being in touch with nature so that you can continue to perform and use the tech that we love. That's what I would say.
Love it, love it. That's amazing, Charlene. I love how you used to be a lawyer and now you're pro helping the well-being of lawyers. What made you make that shift?
Not being well. I'll be really honest, but it's true. A lot of people tell me, "Oh, you'll become a wellness guru." I hate this term, but the truth is, I'm not a wellness guru. I'm someone who was profoundly unwell, and so unwell, in fact, that it destroyed my career. And if I knew what I know now about self-care, and if I had learned what I teach now to law students in law school, I would not have burnt out. This I know with absolute certainty. Do I have regrets? None, because I love what I do now. But I want my story to be a cautionary tale. Like, don't burn out the way I did. Don't destroy a career you love because you don't know how to take care of yourself. I think self-care is not a luxury, it's a foundation. And also just be wary of wellness advice you receive from people that are not well. Just a little warning, because there are so many of those so-called coaches or consultants that think they hack the system. And when you dive into their life, they don't work out, they don't eat well, they don't really do what they preach. So don't really gravitate towards people that preach a certain way, but instead gravitate towards people that live a certain way. Lifestyle is embodied value. So instead of looking at what can someone teach you, what can someone show you? Well-being is something to be lived in, to be embodied. I consider well-being to be my top value, and everything that I do is about that. And that's why I'm walking around with 5 fingers, toes today. Everybody thinks I forgot my shoes, and I'm wearing socks, but it's actually to compensate for all that I'm getting in terms of the tech and the exposure, because it grounds me and it gets me a little bit closer to nature while being so far removed from nature. So by wearing that, it's very intentional, it's very strategic, but it helps me be literally more grounded. I know it sounds super up there, and anyone that thinks I just made something up in the woo-woo land, I promise you there is incredible science around it. But little hacks like that. I have my light modulation glasses in my bag, my loops in my ears, and that helps me just stay sharper and combat any potential negative side effects so that we could continue to love the tech at Legal Tech.
Oh, Charlene, you're a legend. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Holly.
If you're a legal tech founder still trying to grow your brand, the reality is this: someone with half your expertise is about to out-position you. And when they do, you don't just lose reach, you lose deals, investors, opportunities, and more. I'm opening exclusive free access to a blueprint I've never shared publicly. If you want to become law firm's go-to legal tech solution, you'll need to become the leading authority. I explain exactly how in my blueprint. Go to the description of this episode to get it sent straight to your inbox now.